Hi guys, it's Ashley here. I'm extremely bored, so I guess I just thought I'd make a video or something. I don't even know. So as nobody can probably tell, but I can tell, I dyed my hair last night and I no longer have the blonde sides. They are now an ash brown color, and it's really funny because it fits in actually very well with my black hair. And as you can see right here where the light's shining, this huge line right here between my roots and this darker color is, that's how much of my hair has grown out in about the past 2 or 3 months, I believe, since I've last dyed it black. And word of advice, never dye your hair black because it's really, really hard to get out, and you have to actually let your hair grow, unless you want to kill your hair about 3,000 or 4,000 times with bleaching it. Excuse me if I act backwards on here, because it's, back asswards from me on the screen, and it's not, is it mirrored? No, it's not mirrored, it's like flipped. I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's just weird. Like this should be here. I don't know, but it's hard for me to get used to this right now. But I'm glad I don't have the blonde anymore, but at the same time, I'm afraid it's not going to frame my face as well as it used to. Who knows? I'm just trying to let my hair grow out. I mean, I pretty much chopped it off and killed it last year from all the dye jobs I did, especially after I bleached it 3 times in a row from having it black, and then I went red, and then I bleached the red out, and then I went brown, and then I bleached the brown out to go blonde for like a day. And I was like, no, I can't do this because it looked like crap. And so then I put black back on it, and by the time I put black back on it, my hair was dead, and so I had to go chop it off to my shoulders, actually shorter than that because it was like in a little bob type asymmetrical haircut. And thank God it's just now growing out. And then of course I had to do the stupid thing of where I did like my whole skater look, where I had the full bangs going across here. And yeah, so that's why this little chunk right here is so extremely short, and that's why this side of my face, it looks like I don't really have hair, unlike this side, because this side I left alone because that's the way my bangs went, so I kept this side long. And then this side I had to cut extremely short, which I had to hold it out to here, and then I would cut it straight. And I didn't just do it up here, I did it from the crown of my head right about here, held all that up straight and cut just straight down the top of it, and then that way when it laid down nice and flat and went over. And my hairstylist got really pissed at me for it because I stayed away from her for about 3 or 4 months because I knew she'd be mad at me, because we've been battling the mullet style for about the last 2 or 3 years, and the mullet always seems to be what my hair ends up looking like. Of course, when I first tried cutting my hair, I ended up cutting a bowl around my head, and because I had extremely long hair, like down to my waist, like all these little hipster girls wear it now, like everybody else with their little beach curls and everything else. I had that hair, and of course, freshman year of high school, I was allowed to cut my hair, and I cut like maybe 5 inches off of it, which took it up to the center in my back. And by that time, short hair was really cool, and it was in style, about this length right here. And my parents refused to let me cut my hair or let me go get it cut, because they were like, no, you'll regret it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Word of advice, listen to your parents when they say you'll regret cutting your hair. So I went and got it cut, and, well, I didn't go and get it cut. I cut it myself. I ended up just taking up the top half of my hair, and I just chopped it off about right here. And when I did that, there was no saving it because my hair is extremely thick at that. And when I did that, that was the top thickness of my head, and it was too thin on the bottom to save it, so they ended up cutting it off, and I've been battling short hair ever since the end of my sophomore year of high school. And this is how far it's gotten. It got pretty long last year during high school, and I went and had to mess it up again. And I don't know why I'm even telling you all this. I just feel like talking about this right now. So, this is great, and this is my hair now, and I really like it, and it's really cool because I've gotten to where if I leave the conditioner in my hair for about 10 minutes, and then I get out and I blow dry and I straighten it, my hair will actually stay straight for about 3 days. And that sounds really gross because, you know, you're like, why aren't you washing your hair for 3 days straight? When you're 19 and you have a part-time job and you sit at home alone on Tumblr all day, you don't really think about getting up and doing your hair or whether your hair's clean or not because you don't have friends, you don't have a life, you don't go out. And then, of course, right now my dad's having to drive my car because his car is broken down and in the shop. So I have no way of getting around or doing anything, so I just sit at home and do nothing. But I thought it was pretty cool that I could get my hair to stay straight for about 3 days, even in the Texas humidity that we do have down here near the Austin area, because believe it or not, the humidity is very, very high because it rains a lot. Well, it doesn't rain a lot, but it gets like really cloudy, and it acts like it's going to rain all the time here in Austin, and the heat and just the moisture in the air totally fries my hair. At one point, my junior year when I had it blonde, I could never walk outside after straightening my hair, or I actually got to where I stopped straightening my hair because every time I would walk outside, my hair would poof out like an afro because it was extremely damaged, and because of the humidity. My hair would literally soak that crap up and then go poof out to the ends of the earth. I mean, it looked bad. It just looked bad. And it's actually why I'm afraid of going to the beach this year, because my hair has actually gotten, it's very, very healthy right now considering I just dyed it. And I mean, that was pretty scary last night considering I had spots falling out and I had huge clumps falling out actually. I have itty bitty like little tiny bald spots right now on the back of my head because my hair does fall out easily, especially since I've been dyeing it nonstop for about the past 3 years. So, I don't know. Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that. But, just remember, if you're going to dye your hair, get it professionally done. Don't use this box dye. If you want to, go to Sally's. Go to Sally's and get the Ion hair, like, it's just these little boxes. I have one. Just a minute. Okay. The boxes look like this. Okay. I use this crap for everything. I mean, any type of hair dye I use this. I never go, unless I'm just on a pinch and I don't have money and I need to get my hair dyed, then I'll go and buy like the Revlon boxes at Walmart that are like $2.99. But other than that, I use Ion from a Sally Beauty Supply, and depending on how, I guess, dark or light you would want your hair to go, would depend on the size of volumer that you would buy. They go from anywhere from 10 to 40 is the range I stick between. If you're bleaching your hair, be extremely, extremely careful. If you have naturally brown hair like mine, like you're seeing right here, and you're gonna bleach it, you're gonna want to get, I don't even know what it's called right now. Oh, L'Oreal Blanc. It's these little powder packets. You're gonna get one of those, and if you want to be extremely, extremely blonde and you want it to work well, if you have virgin hair, don't use 40. Use about 20 or 30 volume, because it will legit screw up your hair if you use anything higher than 30, because your hair is already going to be virgin, which means it's going to turn very easily, and you just don't want to do that to your hair. So yeah. But anyways, when I use this, I usually try to use 40 because my hair is nowhere near virgin anymore except for my roots, and they are now no longer virgin because I use this on it. So I do that because my hair has been dyed so much, and it just helps put the color in easier, and it gets that color that I actually want. Also, if you're planning on bleaching your hair and you have the brown color, or you have any type of chestnut hair color or anything, when you bleach your hair, it's probably going to come out orange because of that red undertone being there. So what you also need to do is either get, it's a purple bottle through Ion, like it's a pale purple, like the bottle itself is a pale purple color. The stuff in it is blue. And of course, you know, you're probably wondering, well, what does that do with my hair? Because, I mean, when you bleach it, you're going to want to wash your hair with that as much as you can. You can also get a little mix-in packet also of the stuff, and you can mix it in your bowl when you're mixing, you know, the bleach and everything. But what the blue does is that the blue cancels out the red and the orange and the yellow colors, because it all has to do with the color wheel. And if you use it enough, you will it'll take out that brassy color. And I guess, okay, if you want your hair color and you're bleaching it and you want it to look like Niles, you're going to have to use it a lot. That's the reason why that picture of Nile, when he was getting his hair bleached, that's why it was purple, because they were using that to get rid of the golden and red and orange undertones that would happen if they just bleached his hair, because his hair is naturally brown, as we all know. And so yeah, I don't know why I'm giving y'all hair tips, but it's something that I really like to talk about. So I guess y'all can always just ask me for advice or whatever if y'all are gonna dye y'all's hair. All I can say is if it's your first time, go get it professionally done. Go to a salon, pay the money, get it done there. Trust me, don't do your first hair dye job on your own. If you're gonna go wacky color, and you want it to wash out soon, I suggest not using splat, because I've actually found that splat stays in way longer than the Manic Panic does, because they're both semi dyes. But for some reason, when I used splat on my hair last summer or last December, it never truly washed out. And then after I finally got that out of my hair and I dyed over it and everything, I then went through and I bleached what I had, you know, hair blonde just yesterday or whatever. I had bleached that, I didn't bleach it, I had colored it with Manic Panic, and I'd done red on one side and blue on the other, and that stuff washed out within like a week or two. So, you know, if you're trying to get ready for school, but you want to do a crazy hair color before school starts or whatever, go buy a bottle of Manic Panic. It's a lot. It's cost more, but it stays in less, and so I think that would work better for you. Also, never use box bleaches from the convenience stores. I'm telling you right now, anything you buy, if you want it to work well and not totally just mess up your hair, go to Sally's. Sally's, anybody who works there, you ask them about what you're doing. If you're brunette and you want to go, if you want to go like a golden blonde or a medium blonde, or you want it to look sun-kissed blonde, whatever, they will help you. They will help you pick out everything you need, from the hair color to the volumer to any other things you might need to help dye your hair. And they will also take you through step by step as to what you need to do when you're doing it. But I guess that's all. And I hope this goes up on Tumblr, because it's now like almost 15 minutes long. So, yeah. I love you guys, and I guess I will go make a short 5-minute video now to post on Tumblr. So, bye.